Coach, what are some of the keys to the game for you guys tonight?
Well, one is, transition defense. This team is 34% of their offense is transition, one of the highest in the league. So we got to get back, show bodies, get walls, because one guy's not going to stop Westbrook. We went through the same thing with Washington. A guy like John Wall, Westbrook, they're the best in the league at getting to your paint, getting to the rim, and we got to make sure we're in the situation where we show multiple bodies, not just one, and it's got to be a continuous focus point for us. It can't be just one time and then forget about it. We got to do it the entire game.
Russ, you take a key piece like Kevin Oweh, he sort of elevates his game. What do you think it says about him?
Well, it's a chip on his shoulder. He's an all-star. He's an all-pro. The kid's going to be in the Hall of Fame before his career's over with. So he's got a lot of pride too. He loses his running mate, so he wants to prove that he can go and he can play. Which he's good enough to win the game by himself as far as how powerful, how strong, and how dynamic he is as a player. So he's taking that Doug and taking that chip on the shoulder. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body, but he's proven that he can do it, and he's done it in his first 5 or 6 games.
And the rest of the team hasn't sort of shied away either. Oladipo and Steven Adams, they've sort of elevated their game.
They sure have. They stepped up and played their role. They're being MVPs. What I tell our guys, be the MVP of your role. If your role is to be a spot-up shooter, be the MVP of that role. If your role is to be a defender, and that's what those guys have elevated their roles to, and they've embraced it, and they really enjoy it. So with that chemistry is what you got to have to win this league. You can't have one guy wanting to be like Westbrook, one guy wanting to be Durant, take Durant's place. It's not going to happen. So that's the thing with team chemistry that you look to have for your team.
Dwane, Michael Jordan's going to be in town in a couple of weeks to present Russell Westbrook into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. I just want to get your opinion on what a young Michael was like and how he compares to what Russell's like now.
Well, the intensity level is the same. Michael had a quieter, intense approach to the game. He wasn't as demonstrative as Russell is, but the same drive, the same intensity that Russell Westbrook had. Russell is one of those kids that you want to have that type of drive. That type of drive will make you successful in anything you do in life. The drive that he has, that's just who he is. And Michael had the same thing, but did it in a different way, more a quieter approach. He was talking the same trash under his breath to the guy standing next to him, where Russell may be, doing it, flexing in for what the crowd can see. Well, Michael was saying, well, how'd you like that move? I just busted your butt. What'd you think about that? Under his breath, you never would know he's saying it. So there's a lot of like in the same ways, but different approaches of demonstrating it.
Didn't you have an opportunity to recruit Michael when he was younger?
No, I did not, no. I was in college coaching at the time. He wasn't highly recruited at all. And, matter of fact, Georgia was recruiting him, and some of the smaller schools were recruiting him. UNC Wilmington was recruiting him. And, and all at once, North Carolina kind of took a chance on him and went with him. So not a highly recruited guy, but, the rest is history.
Were you at Kentucky at the time?
No, I was at Western Kentucky.
So y'all never even
No, never did. No, we wouldn't have. We didn't. To be honest, we didn't know about Michael Jordan. He wasn't on our radar even at Western Kentucky at the time. So that it shows you. But he like a lot of kids, he proved to everybody how wrong all the college recruiters were at the time.
DeMar's coming in and scoring at a high clip, but he's going to be going up against a guy tonight, Andre Robertson, who's been doing a good job in terms of his perimeter defense. What challenges do you see in that matchup tonight? Well,
we got to make sure we get our rhythm offensively. DeMar has had such a good run. Kind of guys are now watching and spectating instead of driving, kicking, swinging the basketball, moving their bodies, and getting involved. We still want DeMar to be productive, but yet and still we can't make it be the DeMar DeRozan show and everybody else stand and not participate. So now we got to go screen, got to cut, got to move, whatever you have to do to get the defense shifting instead of standing. So that's the challenge we have offensively with a guy having a good start the way DeMar is having.